This episode of the Ice Cream Boys Taboo Talk is brought to you by Mormonism. Sick of getting caught cheating on your wife and her being fucking pissed about it? Become a Mormon, have as many wives as you want, and all they have to do is say, "Oh, the Bible told me to." Okay, what's up, y'all? I am, shit, do I have... Oh, I do have one. I am Travis the Vanilla Gorilla St. John. This is Jose Super Spicy Guerrero, and we are the Ice Cream Boys. Welcome back to another episode of Taboo Talk. Today
we got art.
We have... Look how good.
I made these.
He does. You can buy these amazing creations at joseguerrerosbutthole.com. I'm just kidding. We gotta.
There's no like button. Just squeeze.
All you gotta do is press the button. You know, the right way. So today's topic is a very special topic.
It is.
Jose's gonna propose next. Probably the day this goes up, or the day after this goes up, or the day before this goes up. Jose's gonna propose. I'm so excited.
I just got it. Oh, this is a secret. I just got the text that the ring is ready to go by the jeweler. Yeah. So
It's a cock ring.
yeah.
Would it be fucked up if my wedding gift to y'all was like sex toys, like gem encrusted sex toys?
Like dipped in gold.
I get you like a sapphire cock ring, and I get her like
it
a
comes in a
diamond
base
encrusted
that
rabbit.
like spins with a light on it.
It's presented to you on like throw pillows. And I'm presenting it to you at the wedding.
The Amazon guy comes in with like just a silver tray.
Delivery from Mr. Graham, Mr.
You don't need to sign for this.
It's signed a very special friend, and these are your two new special friends.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited.
So,
I'm nervous but excited.
You called me what day last week?
It was I would be able to tell you honestly.
Yeah, so I'm driving to Mansfield, right? And Jose calls me, or he's like, "Hey, can I call you real quick?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He calls me, and then he was like, "I got something to tell you," and I was like, "They're either pregnant or he's gonna propose." And he's like, "I'm gonna ask Ashley to marry me next Tuesday," and I was like,
And this was like one of those sounds that like when you're eating a mozzarella stick and you bite down and swallow and the cheese is still connected to it. You know what I mean? There was a screech of probably the happiest joy I've ever heard, for sure.
So happy for you, bro. I love you.
Yeah, so I'm scared and excited at the same time. Like legit, I'm overthinking like what I'm gonna say.
I think like the first 30 seconds, it was just me going,
"Oh my god,
are you not gonna be there?
That's exactly what it sounded like. That is exactly what it sounded like. Because I think I called you and I said I'm gonna do something tonight. It was like a Friday or Saturday. Because I called you the day I was gonna ask her dad for his blessing.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think I called you and all I said was I'm gonna do something tonight, and I could just like hear your excitement. Like,
which, real quick, for those of you, the younger generation, or just no morals, that's like a good, if you're a guy or if you're gay, whoever's the dude in the relationship,
we don't really care.
Yeah, we don't care. Whoever. It's always good if you're gonna be. Let me stop there. If you're gonna be the one to propose, it's always good to like go to their family and now if their family's a bunch of filthy fucking can't keep a secret motherfuckers, that's one
a whole
thing.
different thing.
And maybe you just tell one member of the family.
Yes.
I mean, in your scenario was what you can trust the dad, but the mom could.
I was kind of scared that mom, but so far she knows now because she's been helping me like put everything together, and her sister-in-law is helping me. So they've been coming in the clutch. So usually we have this thing where her sister-in-law like will text me and be like, "Hey, are you at work? I need to find something." You know, like, "Hey, can you check at work if you have this?"
Okay.
That means call me.
Yeah.
So I call her, and then we figure out what we need to do. So how many people were coming, so they're gonna have champagne and stuff there for us, and then so I had a head count, like so they can have champagne for us there to celebrate.
Yeah.
And like food maybe, but she asked me if like her nails needed to be done, you know, because like Ashley was like, "If you're ever gonna propose, like make sure you I get my nails done." So periodically I would send her
girls.
So the thing was like periodically I would send her money, like I'd just be like, "Hey, go get your nails done," and she wouldn't.
Oh,
so
like money for that?
That's what I'm saying.
Just buying coke,
whatever. As long as she brings them home to daddy. Anyways, she wouldn't. So that ruined it for me because I can't just send her money and be like, "Oh, get your nails done and expect it." So
you gotta have some
I called her
taper.
sister-in-law and I was like, "Hey, she needs to get her nails done, blah, blah, blah." She mentioned it that she wants to get her nails done before she goes back to work because she's working from home right now. So sure enough, she called her and was like, "Hey, my birthday's next week. Do you want to go get her nails done for my birthday?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And she was like, "I've been wanting to get them done because I'm going back to work, so her nails are gonna be done."
Dude, you're doing good.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking killing me. The other day, I got stoned, and y'all didn't hear me right.
I got high. I got stoned.
Anyways. It's a medical condition.
Yeah. Even though we don't have medical in Texas yet.
This episode sponsored by my street pharmacist.
Were you there? So, you remember you met Dustin after the fight?
Yes.
So were you?
I've actually known him for a long time.
Yeah. Were you there the night we were at my parents' house whenever I was with She Devil and her friend came over and she said we're all playing Cards Against Humanity upstairs and Dustin's there and I had seen Dustin Austin so none of them knew him or She Devil and her friend did not know him and she goes, "Hey, do you care if I have some Xanax or something dropped off at your house?" And I just go, "Have you met Dustin? He's a cop." And Dustin's just kind of sitting there laughing and she's like, "Dang. Oh my god, are you really?" And he was like, "I'm off duty."
Oh, that sounds like a fun time.
I was literally my eyes shot open when she said that. I was like, "Yeah, Dustin's a cop."
Yeah, he's gonna take care of you. So yes, I got very and
Toasty woasty.
I almost spilled it. I almost spilled guts, and just because I was so out there.
We're gonna have to cut you off.
So I have not done it since then because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But yeah, so that night we had planned to go eat dinner with her family. I think her dad had just got a new job and went to go celebrate, right?
Okay.
And I couldn't get a time to be alone with them. The whole night. So I was like, this is going to be a fucking bust. I'm going to have to come back. I'm going to have to, ask for a long lunch tomorrow at work. And then I'm just going to drive over here, right? Mm-hmm. So we get there, and I'm like, man, I knew that one of her headlights was, there's a connection problem, right? Mm-hmm. So what I did was, when we got there, I had her keys. I unlocked her car. I disconnected the headlight. I don't know how to work on cars. So I knew her dad was gonna do something, he was gonna help me out. So I went to go move the car, and he waved me over, and was like, "Hey, the headlight's out. Just pull it to the side. I'm gonna see what's going on." So as we're basically fixing it or whatever, I'm sitting there talking to him, and I was like, "Hey man, I didn't tell him that I had set it up."
Did you tell him you disconnected the fucking
I didn't
headlight?
tell him that. I didn't tell him that because I felt like he would have been like, "Damn, this dude's desperate."
I know the problem. I just need to talk to you.
So, I told him, I was like, "Hey, I've been wanting to get you alone." And the whole time, Ashley and her mom were probably 50 feet away.
First off, worst way to word that on the plane. I've been looking to get you alone. If you
know what I mean.
I'd see where Ashley gets it from.
I'm just playing Mr. Hobbs.
I met you, Mr. Hobbs. Guy, I will on Tuesday.
You'll meet him that night too.
This is me. Get used to it, champ.
There's gonna be a guy here.
I'm officiating the wedding, which we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That'll be part 3. So I said, "Hey, I've been wanting to get you alone," and he stood up and
yeah, because he was scared you were about to fuck him.
No, fuck no. He's an old school guy, man. He ain't playing. He ain't playing at all. And I was like, "Hey, I wanna ask you for,"
because he loves you.
Oh yeah. I mean, his whole family
adores
me. So I said, "Hey, I've been wanting to get you alone. It hadn't been working out, but now that I do, I want to ask your blessing to marry your daughter." Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I blacked out.
Yeah, did your balls just go
Well, they're already there, but
okay,
a little bit.
Yeah,
look like California raisins.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I got you.
So, we can't do a serious.
You know when
here.
you get anxious or nervous to a point.
I think I was super nervous.
Well, no,
I blacked out.
This is a specific thing to not where your balls hurt, but where the tubes and shit that connect your nuts to everything else, those start to hurt.
Yeah,
that's that special kind of anxiety, right?
And the whole time, her mom and Ashley are probably 100 feet away, playing with Luna or something. Oh my God. And he goes, "I mean, of course, he was like, of course, I want you to be family forever." And that warmed my heart. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I know, right?
But I was hoping that was gonna be it. But no, he shook my hand and he brought me in for a hug. And as soon as he did that, I was like,
hugs.
mad respect, but also like the right there.
Is he a hugger?
He is.
Okay.
And
I was gonna say it's like more special when someone's like not a hugger.
But it was just like the action of it, like the way that it just had happened. And like later on throughout the night, like Ashley asked me, why'd you have my dad? I was like, well, he paid for our dinner. Like I was saying thank you, and like I was trying to get sappy with him, and like I appreciate everything he's done.
Because I fucking love the guy. What do you mean, what a hugger?
Yeah, and I was like, he's bought me dinner so many times. Like we brought over here, and like we've gotten food and drinks, and I was like, I just said thank you. And he just said you're welcome, and like that he sees me like a son or whatever, and I just like gave me a hug, and I would try like played it off so good. I hate lying to her.
Yeah, you know, he hugged me, and then whenever he let go of the hug, he was like, you know, I felt the rod against me too. Good for you, boy. Oh, I'm proud of you. I'm glad my daughter's getting it.
No, he would not say that. He would not say that. Trust me, man. He would whoop my ass if he listens to this shit. He would whoop my. He's like, I want that. Well, that whole thing gets wrapped up, and I run inside to go use the bathroom before we leave, and I come out and he's standing in the living room.
Because that anxiety, fear, piss was building up. Yeah.
Like I didn't even have to use the bathroom, but as soon as I said it, and like the relief of like, of course, like we love you, blah blah blah. I was like, oh my God, I gotta take a piss. Yeah. So I go inside and I use the bathroom, and then I come out and he's standing in the living room with his arms crossed. And I walk by and I'm just like, all right, hey, we'll see you next time, blah, blah. And he goes, you're gonna need this. And he pulls out the ring. So Ashley wants her, it's a family ring that's been passed down by her grandma, and then that got passed down to her mom, and then it now belongs to Ashley. And it was supposed to be something that like when she got married, she got to wear this.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you watch Pulp Fiction?
A long time ago.
Where Christopher Walken's like, you see, your father, he had this ring in World War II, and the Japs, they were going to take it from him, so he had to shove it up his ass. And this ring has traveled from your grandfather's ass to your hand now. And it's like the most disturbing story ever. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't think this one's
I don't think that's been up anybody's ass. Well,
but,
that we know of.
I mean, that's true.
Gam may have been just been like...
I showed it to you though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now it's at the jewelers because I had to get
beautiful fucking ring. Gorgeous.
I got to get it resized. I would not be able to afford that thing. It was a gorgeous ring.
Yeah,
and
it's
very, very. It's old. It's got a lot of sentimental value, and So I went and I said it to the jeweler, and the jeweler's eye just like popped. Just like, what is this? Because he had done. There's a ring that I wear.
Was he white?
No, he's Hispanic.
Okay, good.
Shout out to Ivan. Let me give him a shout out real quick.
Is it Ivan or Yvonne?
I think it's Yvonne, but it's
okay.
I'm not trying to be.
Remember in high school? So you know Yvonne, right?
Yes.
Like our Yvonne. We have a friend named Yvonne Magiel. Our principal in our high school, he ran cross country. He would like get up there and announce the awards. This poor white man. Here he goes. And coming in third at the cross country meet was Yvonne Magella.
Sounds like Nuttala.
It's like, man, you need to like have that written. What's it called? Sounded out, basically.
Yeah.
Fuck, what is that called? Why am I blanking? Phonetically.
Yes.
Phonetically.
I was fucking wrong.
I'm smart. SMRT.
All right, but quick shout out to Yvonne from Timepiece Masterworks.
What up, Timepiece Masterworks?
Shout out to them.
Timepiece Masterworks.
They've done great job.
When you have a ring that was up your grandfather's butthole, bring it to us and we'll fix it for you.
Well, I was going to say this was my grandfather's.
Oh, well.
And I had to get it resized, so he did a great job. I wear it around my neck sometimes because, the way that I work, I don't want to get lost.
Yeah. And plus that thug life shit.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say.
Nah, me.
Nah, me.
Nah, me.
So, yeah, it's at the jewelers. I'm picking it up tomorrow, actually. And then it's nice, man. They even cleaned it. It's nice and shiny. So it's a surprise. She doesn't know. We're actually going to go to her parents' house. I got her parents in it. I have her brother and her sister-in-law, and then their kids. Grandparents are going to be there.
Dude.
It's going to be badass. My peoples are going to be there. Travis is going to be there.
I'm bringing a camera. I'm probably going to cry.
We're hoping that
there's a 99% chance I will cry.
I need you to
I'm going to try to hold it together.
Somebody's got to get this on video.
I'm going to get it on video. I'm bringing my camera, yeah.
My parents are going to be there. Some of my closest friends. TJ, Richard, obviously Travis, and her family's going to be there. So we're going to... I don't know how it's going to come together, but I know that they're going to be there. And then once they come... Like, they're going to... There's a little guy... Like, the way that it's set out, there's that side gate that goes by the garage.
Yeah.
So we would be basically, like, leaving the house, going towards the back, and then, like, y'all will be right there. And it's just going to be like a slap in the face family her family, my family, and this goes down.
Okay, so first off, that's fucking cute as shit, and she's gonna fucking die.
I hope so.
Here's the question: how are you gonna? What have you been thinking about? What you're gonna say?
Yeah, so a lot of people were telling me like not to overthink it and just let it happen.
Let it be natural.
But
so
like,
did I tell you about my brothers?
No, I think you did, but
okay.
I can't.
So I gotta tell this story because my brother's a fucking idiot. So first off, he like never even asked me to take the pictures. He just knows I have the camera, and like he asked through my mom to ask me. So I go to my parents' house, and him and his now fiance are there, and I come in with my camera, and which I use frequently. So it's like I used to record videos like this, and just occasionally for like pictures or whatever too. So it's not like obscene to see me with it or like any reason you would be suspicious, right? So I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm Travis and I'm here to fuck with my camera today. I'm gonna play with it outside on the pergola. And so I got to sit like this pergola. So if you see how my parents' backyard is you go straight outside. To the left there's like a pergola, to the right is the other side of the house. So there's like a section where you can't see back there. So I go out and I sit by the pergola. He and his girl finally come out after like 30 minutes. And they like look over at me, and then they go around to the side of the house, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? I can't.
Dude, I hate that.
I can't see you there."
I've done so many surprise engagement photo shoots where they don't go to where like
you told them to go.
Not even that. Like I was like, "Hey, where do you want to do it? Like we gotta make sure we have light, blah blah blah."
So
and then they completely go to the desk.
So I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't the time, right? So I'm just sitting there like at the pergola, just like fucking with my camera. I'm not really doing something. I'm taking a picture of the pool and shit. And I see after like 10 minutes of them being over there, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I see like both of their heads pop around and they're like looking at something, and I'm like, oh god, am I seriously gonna have to like initiate this shit? So I walk over there and I'm like, what are y'all doing? And she goes, oh, well, we're going to dinner tonight. We never have any good pictures, and Aaron wanted to take pictures. And I was like, I just so happen to have my camera on me. Nothing suspicious about that.
Nothing
so
suspicious
I
about
go
it.
over there, and like they are like up against the wall of my parents' house, and I like take a couple shots, and I'm like, is he gonna? Because we haven't game planned anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he gonna fucking do it or not? And so I'm like, okay, come here, let me see if y'all like these. And I'm like showing on. I'm like, she's looking at the pictures of my camera, and I'm just staring at him like, fucking do something, I swear to God. And I was like, oh my god, he's literally not gonna do it. And he had tight jeans on, so he's like fumbling with the box in his pocket. I'm like, god damn it. So I was like, here, Brittany, go over to the wall and let me just get a couple shots for like lighting. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not that good with my camera. But I should start bullshit. I'm like, I need to work on some lighting stuff. Go stand over there, I'll take a picture. And you just hear, and he finally fumbles it out of his pocket, and you just hear her go, and this was so perfect. She goes, I don't even know why we're doing this. Like, we never take dinner pictures. And he goes, well, what about engagement pictures?
Oh, nice.
And he drops to the knee, and she turns out, it's so funny. I got with my camera, I got her literally going, stop! Like, it makes that thing. You can literally like scroll through the photos, and it's just stop, and it's just funny as fuck. And I was like, are you serious? But yeah, so it's like that one. I get what you mean when it's like let something natural flow.
Yeah, because I honestly, like, I've been thinking of stuff to say, and I feel like if I just have like this monologues like just set in my head, I'm gonna fuck it up because I don't remember shit correctly. So I listen to Andrew Schultz's podcast, Flagrant 2, a lot, and Brilliant Idiots. I fucking love that guy. And I love he just proposed to this girl, and his gameplay was to say to her, so what are you doing for the rest of your life? I do that already on the daily, so I can't. And see, like when I asked her out, we were at the Ranger Stadium, right? I think it was like a month after I lost my brother. And we were at the Rangers game against the Angels, and I looked at her and I said, hey, you want to run the basis of life with me and be my girlfriend? And I mean, obviously she
Dude,
said...
that's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
I like that.
And obviously she said, are you fucking serious? Before she even said yes or no, she's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, did I not... What? And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Like, it did not go as I thought as...
Right, so like when we're gonna ask something like that, you and I are just kind of just like, I want to do this, but that's like a weird thing. Even asking someone to be your girlfriend nowadays is like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Where like back in the 50s, like, do you want to go steady with me? And give me a beer, bitch. We don't believe in that anymore. No. I'm about equalness.
No.
But like,
shout out to my Tio Joe Biden.
Theo,
he's welcome to the barbecue.
What up, Kamala?
That's Kamala.
That's what I just said.
Okay, I just making sure.
Come on now.
I was talking to the followers.
Kamehameha.
Um,
Shit. Why did I just blank? What the fuck was I just saying?
something about the 50s.
Oh yeah. So and so like when I asked my ex out, I was like, "So do you like want to be my girlfriend?" And she goes, "What?" She was like, "It's about time." And I was like, "Well, that should have been a big red flag
And
from
see,
the start."
I'm old school, man. So like, I'm gonna ask you to be my girlfriend. I'm gonna ask for a blessing. I'm gonna invite the family.
I've met like guys that I was friends with their like girlfriend, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't ask me to be in a relationship." And then a girl would like ask them like, "Why aren't we?" And they're like, "I thought we were in a relationship."
Yeah, people just
like,
assume,
kind of assume
like, no, I'm
that
not
you're my
about to do
girlfriend
all
now.
that. No, I'm asking for the blessing. I'm asking for So
see, that's the thing too. Is like proposal videos just kind of get me, man. Like proposals, like just especially if they're done cute and sweet.
yeah, because I think they're like that, and like gender reveals are getting so saturated.
Well, I think gender reveals are getting ridiculous. Proposal videos is still like cute to me when they're done well, and to its point where I'll be like
I'm
scrolling
setting.
through.
So I'm hoping that you get a lot of it on video.
I'm
right?
going to make sure.
Her brother has a GoPro that I'm probably gonna set up somewhere that will basically get the whole backyard. So like when she walks by, she'll be able to see that. So I have a time set when I'm gonna do it, like to the T. But also I don't know. There's like a 15-minute gap, so like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for those 15 minutes. So I'm hoping to just kind of like freeball it and then just hope for the best. So probably like what I'm gonna do is just like have that side gate open, so that
we can just waltz on.
Y'all can just walk in right through without having to open it and her like turn around.
Yeah.
So I might do something where like
you are going to be physically sweating so hard. I know you are.
Oh no, I know. Oh, I know.
I'm gonna have video and you're just gonna be like dark spots under here. And
I'm
just
not
like...
wearing any dark colors, baby. I'm telling you that right. I'm wearing white.
Oh shit.
But so like my original plan was to just like leave the door, that side gate open. So when I'm like, hey, let's take a picture with the kids, like they all like slip back, and when she looks at the picture, she's gonna turn around,
and there's everybody,
and then when she turns back to me, I'm gonna be on my knee.
That's so goddamn cute, bro. I'm gonna fucking cry, and I'm gonna be so mad at myself when I do.
Yeah, so like, I'm getting emotional like thinking about it.
I know, me too.
So it's like crazy,
and it technically doesn't involve me, but like it does.
I mean, technically it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm thinking more of it too, because like my brother's not gonna be able to experience that with me. God, you know, like he's not gonna be there, and then like he won't be able to like be in my groomsmen and stuff. So like that gets to me like thinking about that. But like I know that the people that I've always considered family, and like my brothers and stuff, are gonna be there, so that means a lot as well.
Of course.
But yeah, no, I've been thinking about like what I'm gonna say, and I'm like shitting my pants, metaphorically.
See, it'd be too hard for me. Whereas like I would either have to be like super sincere or sweet about it, or I gotta make it a giant fucking joke, and then be like, "So you want to sit on my face for the rest of your life?"
Oh my god! So I was thinking about like. Because, like, I wanted to do something originally that's going to be, like, something that's her and me at the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something, like, around her family because I know she, like, we're both family people. We love spending time with our family. But I'm a little geek when it comes to stuff. So I found a place on, I can't remember what it was. It was somewhere online where they make custom ring boxes.
Okay.
And they have one in the shape of a Pokeball.
Oh my god.
And they give you a trading card that says engagement unlocked.
Say less.
So I'm finna buy that tonight.
Dude, are you really?
Yes.
Dude, I love that
and I hope it, because it's the 9th right now, and I'm proposing on the 17th. So they have about 8 days to arrive. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But, here, actually, let me show you.
I think I've seen one of these before, and I love that kind of shit. Or it's like, I choose you, or something like that. I've seen that before, for sure.
Not engagement.
Bro, I'm gonna fucking cry, I swear to God. See, that's the thing, while you're looking that up, is like, I'll like scroll through Facebook, right? And then I'll see like a random video where it's like an engagement video, and you get that moment where you're just like...
I just want
Is that a master ball?
Yes.
Oh, it's golden. That's amazing.
And it has the ring that goes in the front.
That's so great. So
I'll be like... They have like different ones. You can customize them.
I would just go traditional.
Yeah.
Traditional.
So I'm just gonna go traditional.
I would go traditional Pokeball. Like, what the fuck? But I'll be like scroll through Facebook and I'll just see.
Okay, so look, this is
engagement.
This is the trading card.
Oh, that's cute as shit. God damn it, that's adorable. Yeah, I love that. Oh my god, literally, it's a master.
It's a master ball.
That's great. Definitely, so, yeah, for sure. Get that shit. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah,
so when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see like these proposal videos, literally like it's one of those moments where you'll see it and they'll have to play some background music or some shit like that, or you see like their family or like one of them tear up, and it gets to that point where you just go, God damn it, fuck. You're trying to like suck it up and you're like,
yep,
like trying to pull them back in, like don't you dare do this. That and like military people surprising their kids. Oh. I can't with that shit, man.
Oh man, I can't do that. Like
that's
family
so
members,
rough. Yeah,
or when they surprise their dogs. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Like the military people come down and they surprise.
Oh
their
my
dogs,
god! And the dog loses their shit.
And they literally lose their shit. It's one of the coolest things ever.
Dude, I'm like so genuinely fucking excited for you.
I'm excited, man.
And then I get to be a part.
I feel like after the last episode, like we talked about how like long I was like single and like not
10 years.
Super serious relationships, to like being in literally the healthiest, the best thing I've ever had.
To a point that you want to have it forever.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm getting like emotional.
And like just start our lives and just like realize that 30s are knocking and we need to get shit done. You know.
See, listen to me, I'm fucking single.
You're also younger than me, fucker.
So. By 2 years. Shut the fuck up. But let's talk about like. So one thing I love is that obviously I know she's gonna say yes. I'm sure you know.
Oh, she's been begging me since like day one.
So we both know she's gonna say yes, and it's one of those things where y'all have like talked about the wedding and stuff before, and y'all had brought up to me that you were like, okay. And you were so honest about it that I loved it. You're like, it was between you and TJ for best man. I know you can officiate a wedding. Do you want to officiate? And I was like, fuck yes, please. And my only stipulation, I get to dress up as hipster Jesus. So I'm talking loose like this, flowing but deep V, white long sleeve shirt button down. I'm gonna wear fucking Jesus sandals and like white flowy pants and shit. And I'm just gonna come out of the ground just going, ah, okay. Nomine Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti.
We're having fucking Charles Manson.
Como se dice?
So when Ashley approached me about that idea.
Yes, it was Ashley's idea.
It was Ashley's idea. We were gonna have her cousin do it or something because like we're not really religious, so we weren't gonna have a priest and all that do it, right? So it was her idea, and I was totally in. She's still not bought on the whole hippie Jesus thing. I can care less as long. Okay, I'm gonna look good. Knowing Travis is, he's either gonna cry up there while he's doing it.
I'm gonna cry at one part.
Or there's gonna be a lot of cuss words coming.
It's not gonna cuss. I'm gonna be good.
So those were my only things. Is like
I'm gonna make jokes, but I'm gonna be good.
No, there was no butt fucking jokes.
I'm not gonna talk about butt fucking.
No, yeah, that's a whole. Her family's not gonna fuck that. They're not fucking with that. So she's still not bought on the whole Jesus thing. I am. Just wear it under a suit and then rip the suit off.
Okay, good.
You didn't hear from me.
Yeah, I'll lie. Well, Ashley, don't watch this video.
Skip this one. So we're gonna have him.
Oh my god! I just thought about. I'm gonna fucking tear away tux like the NBA players will just.
Yes, exactly. I would be so down for that. Like that would be so much fun. Honestly, like I would be so into that.
Well, yeah. So we talked about this where y'all were so like nice about it. Where y'all were like, "Hey, we had this idea, you know, because obviously there can only be one best man." And I think she called
you. Like we were just driving around, like talking about it. And
no,
like,
y'all asked me here. Y'all asked me.
Oh,
here.
Was it?
Yeah. I came over here and y'all brought it up to me. Because I'm wearing like my butthole tightened out of like anxiety and fear, and I was like, yes, but I'm nervous. But y'all brought it up to me. You're like, you know, there can only be one best man, and it's like I've got you and I've got TJ, and it's, you know, we would like it if you wanted to officiate.
Also, hold on, this dude's pajama pants right now are amazing.
Look at these rainbow unicorn ass pajama pants. Hey, this is the Ice Cream Boys. We rep pink and blue. We are secure with our sexuality.
That's why I spun these bad boys. You can check those out on my Instagram.
It's the Ice Cream Boys. Just wait till we get our intro video and shit. It's gonna be legit.
You can check those out at The Smooth Criminal.
And we start doing skits
with 3 O's.
Fucking tagged trendy shit and all that stuff too. So, y'all brought up to me, y'all were like, we would love for you to officiate. And then I was like, oh my god, yes. And you're like, but.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, need you to dial it down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. No, and I think like the first thing was like no fucking jokes.
You know, of course, I gotta make like everything a joke to me, and you know we bullshit all the time. But the genuineness of you going, you can't talk about like butt fucking me or anything,
or sucking my dick, or how to keep me in the country, because he's made those jokes in public quite a bit. I love him. I'm just saying, her family are not.
Okay, I would hope you know me better than to imagine that I get up there and you know, we're all here to respect this union today, but just know, Ashley, you can't do for him the things that I can do for him.
Exactly. We don't want
I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'll do that here, but I'm not going to do that there in front of your family and shit.
My family probably wouldn't understand what he's saying. Unless he says it in Spanish, and I would be fucking very impressed.
So I don't know how many like members of your family and her family watch this, but I legitimately was thinking. So since you told me this the other day that you were going to propose, I literally started like writing stuff in my head of what I was going to say, shit. And part of it is very, very cute and very, very sweet. Thank you very much.
Take that.
But I was, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm going to do this. I'm gonna say the first half. And then you bet your ass I'm going to practice, and I'm going to say the second half. I'm going to say the first half again in fucking Spanish. And I'm going to learn how to roll my fucking R's, and it's going to be... Imagine me going, we are gathered here today, and then the second part is... Siete, no correte.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Otra cerveza, por favor. I just feel
like
that's just how it's gonna go. I'm all in for it though. It's gonna be a fun time.
Okay, cool. Because I was totally like, I would have like legitimately learned this, and I think your parents would like that. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why, but I think
they do speak English. Like they know, but like they take the fact that people take the time to like learn Spanish to have a conversation with them, like like an honor. Basically.
I love talking to your parents. Yeah, and so it's one of those things that like I would love to do that just for
the
Hispanic
awesome,
side of the group that we're gonna have there.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna do that.
That'd be dope.
But for of course, the first half is gonna be me bullshitting just a little bit and being my charming self.
I mean,
and then it's gonna end very sweet. And then of course I'm gonna do
take that.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about the moment where I'd be like, I now pronounce you man and wife, and like as I was thinking about it in my head, I was like.
So like your notes are like covered in tears.
Yes. I was literally like, oh man, I'm gonna fucking cry. I know I'm gonna cry up there, and I'm gonna have to try to hold it together so hard. So if you come to this wedding, if you're invited, only select few. But if you come to this wedding,
we'll be streaming it pay-per-view. We'll drop the link in the bio.
Oh, even better than Hippie Jesus. What if I came out wearing a Chris Jericho light-up blazer?
I try that. I ask. So
I'm just not gonna tell her the shit. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay, so I have a friend who Angel Palacios.
Oh yeah.
So she does a lot of like stuff with.
Are you telling me she can make me one?
I'm pretty sure she can make one.
Dog, I'm wearing that shit.
Now listen, me and her talked about doing like an entrance, right? And she knows that I'm a big wrestling fan. You know I'm a big wrestling fan, yeah. I've gotten her into wrestling more than... We're not doing John Cena entrance. So me and her were talking about making like an entrance once, like we go into the party, right? Or the...
That'd be badass, the reception.
Right, the reception.
Yeah.
I told her I wanted as a joke, I wanted to come in a beer truck. You know, like Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin,
and you want to spray the crowd with Modelo Cerveza?
Basically. And... Obviously, she shut me down.
If you make a Dos Equis, just pump it into my mouth.
Right off the bat. Like, right off the bat, she shut
me
down. So I started
You're going to destroy a wedding venue by driving a beer truck into it.
So I started high. She said no to that. So I went old school Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Show up in a milk truck. Hose everybody with milk.
Okay. So you said the same shit, but just not alcoholic.
Exactly. She said no. I was like, okay, so you make your entrance. Because she even mentioned, like, she'd be okay doing, like, separate entrances, right?
Okay.
And she was talking about like doing it to like the theme song of Space Jam, you know, like
everybody get up.
Right. So I told her that she can come out to that,
dude. Fuck yeah.
And then I come out to the lights going out, and then that
Dong.
No. And it's just that. So whenever in like 2001, I think, or 2001. Chris Jericho debuted for WWE, right?
Yeah. No, that was like 96, my guy.
No, it was at the turn of the millennium.
Was it?
Yes, dude. So
I know a video. I watched it the other day.
I'm about to show it to him.
Raw is Jericho! What is your name? I already told you my name. It's Chris. Nobody cares.
So he, what was it? Yeah, this one. So we finished.
We're good. We're gonna keep talking.
We're gonna keep talking.
So you want to do?
So I told her I wanted to do this Chris Jericho entrance because it was
and
right
then you
after
have the light up blazer.
Right, but the thing is, when he debuted for the first, or in like the early 2000s, he here we go.
Yeah, it's during a Rock promo.
The lights go out.
Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down. YouTube will pull us.
So, Chris Jericho debut, you know, Rock is spitting out one of the greatest promos, like always.
I just love that somebody's gonna be watching this video, like hearing your proposal plan, and then we start talking about 1999 wrestling.
It is what it is, man.
This is what I used to watch.
It's
this
what
shit.
it
It
happens. Well, before he debuts, you know, like there's this whole yes, but then the lights go out, right?
Yeah. Break the
fireworks.
down.
Yes. And then he stands there, right?
Yeah.
This was pre-jacket. Like this one, he just had a blazer on.
He didn't have the light up jacket yet.
Well, that's what I want to do. I just want to because there was a time clock. There was a time clock that played before, like.
And you gotta do the little shake he did.
So I told her I wanted to come out with the light up blaze. Bro, I'm all sweat. I just got out of the gym.
Right.
I'm salty than a motherfucker.
What?
And I literally just come out, lights coming out. She said no. She shut me down. So I think we're coming out to like California Love or some shit.
California.
I'll take it because I fuck with Tupac.
Even better. I have an idea. So for the reception, first off, we'll get hammered before the reception, so that you go in and the reception fucked up. So it'll even be so everybody's loosey goosey, and we'll come out to Blurred Lines by Pharrell and what's white boy who everybody thought he was black, Robin Thicke. And so we'll have all the guys at the wedding party dress up as girls and all the girls dress up as guys. So it's we're in the blurred line.
The girls came out naked, so
no, I'm talking about at your reception, my guy.
I know, but I'm saying on the music video.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying blurred lines where it's like, you know, we dressing up as girls and shit, like blurry lines, my guy. I will find it. Fuck
good.
you.
It was all right.
I'll just make that my Saturday night. I think
my with the lesbians.
Yeah,
have them come.
I've already done it before. Remember at Legacy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that shit. Were you there for that? I'm sure.
No,
my mom
saw the
showed
video.
You the video. Yeah,
I've seen the video.
That's my favorite thing. So, okay, we'll go into that. You know, I hate saying this because it sounds like I want people to like thank me or some shit, and I don't like it. I did a lot of charity events in high school and shit. And we had one my senior year of high school that was for one of our teachers, Miss Shackelford. She's the shit. I loved her to death, so therefore I was trying to help out in any way I could. Her baby was born premature, so we were trying to help pay her medical bills. So part of something we did at Legacy was we had a competition called Mr. and Miss LHS. And what this competition, this is before like transgender was a big thing, so I think it's like offensive now. But this competition was the girls would dress up as guys and the guys would dress up as girls. And so Shimming asked me to host it, and I was like, I'm going to look like a filthy slut. That is my game plan for this. So
that's exactly
I went to my friend Kinsley's house because she was very shapely, and I was like, I've got a solid ass. She's got a solid ass. She's gonna have something that shows off her ass. I know it. So she had this like black tight cocktail dress that was like stretchy and shit. And bro, I put this on. I was like, I look like a filthy whore, and I like she looked good in it, but I looked like a filthy tranny whore, right? And so I get that, and I go to the theater department because my old theater teachers used to dress up. Do you remember Hunter Kennedy? Yeah, they used to dress up Hunter Kennedy to like every play as a girl. So they had size 13 in men's heels that were 8 inches tall. I'm pushing 7 feet tall with this shit on. Probably more like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", because I was like 6'1" at the time. And so I'm asked to like host this thing, and Shimmy comes up to me last minute, and I got this like blonde wig. It doesn't look good. And Shimmy comes up to me, and she was like, "Look, I don't have enough guys competing in this, and like none of them." She goes, "With all due respect, there's only like 2 of them that are gonna actually like be fun about it. Would you do this?" And I was like, "What do I have to do?" And she was like, "Well, you just have to like walk out and like strut your stuff, and then you have like a talent portion and then a questionnaire." I was like, "I haven't prepared for a talent portion. Everybody else has." And she was like, please just do it." And I was like, this was 2012. I was like, "Do you have the song Sexy and I Know It?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, just play that shit and just let me go and just turn it off when I tell you to." She goes, "Okay." So they pair me up with her daughter. So what's like the girls, it's like, oh, they're in a suit and they have like fake facial hair, but it's like the jack dudes that have like fucking cocktail dresses on. That's the funny shit. And so her daughter's like walking me out, and we're preparing for this. And I'm like, Maddie, so this girl's 5'2", so I am a solid 1.5 feet taller than her at this point. That her head is at my ass.
Can we find that video and put it on here? God. We have to. Just a little
we'll splice it in at some point. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. My mom shows like every girl I date and shit. So I'm talking with Maddie and I'm like, look, I was like, you have to treat me like a whore. Like, I was like, I want you to disrespect the shit out of me. And she was like, what? And this is like a good little Christian girl. I was like, look, when we separate at the end, after you show me off, I want you to smack my ass. And so I was like, look, we got to practice. And she was like, I was like, Maddie, I like grabbed her hand. I was like, I want you to smack my ass. I was like, I want you to make me go, ha! And so we get on stage and like she kind of just like bop and like does a decent job. And I was like, ugh. Like I had to fake it and shit. And dude, I come out and I'm just there. And people are dying because once again, like 6'9" in these heels, solid red hooker heels too. And I come out and I'm just sitting there and I'm like walking out and I'm just like, I'm just making these horrible fucking faces. And I'm just like. And so we get that. She slaps my ass. Everybody's dying, and I'm like, I already got this in the bag. She slaps my ass, walk off, come to the talent portion, and they start playing Sexy I Know It. So I was wearing a white beater with a bra that was stuffed with tissues. And then I was wearing the girls' Nike running shorts, which they just got me like a big girl size. And so I get up there and I literally just shake my ass on stage for like a solid 3 minutes. And that's it. And people are dying. And it's just goddamn amazing. And then we get up there for the final part, which is the questionnaire. And so they're asking, so it's me, two of my best friends, Jacob Picasso and DJ Herrera, that were up there. And so we're just dying because it's all of us. So like we walk out and they announce us as the final three, and DJ walks up to me. So DJ's like 5'5". He's wearing pumps, so he's pushing 6 foot. But he comes up to me and I just stick my arms out and he just sticks his head in between my fake tits. And I'm just like, ugh! And shit like that in front of everybody. And just, we're having a great time because it's the three of us. And so they asked, I was the third one in line. So they go up to DJ and they're like, so tell us about this and this. He goes, you know, I'd love to do this. And then they go to Jacob and they're like, so tell us about like how you would do this kind of thing. And he was like, you know, I would really like to do this. And they come up to me and I was like, they're like, so tell us what's your like ideal night? And I'm like, well, it involves Justin Bieber, a bubble bath, and like good old cocktail. And I just go deep voice as shit. And I wind up winning the entire thing. And the last thing in the video is you just see me taking these pictures holding flowers. And I just kind of sat down and my dad's in the audience laughing. And I just go, I'm sorry, Tommy.
And he's an old school guy. So like,
yeah, but he thought it was funny. He was dying laughing. But yeah, so that's why I think it would be hilarious if we did basically that in your wedding reception.
That would be great. Honestly, I think that would be controversial.
I'm going to ask Ashley. She might be into that shit.
She might be into it.
But yeah, man, this is like fucking exciting as shit. I'm so happy for you.
I'm excited, man. It was an exciting time.
Like, you called me, and the second I hung up the phone, I didn't stop smiling for like my entire drive.
I felt like you screamed at one point.
I did.
Like, I feel like
you,
just...
you're like, all right, I love you, man. I'll see you later. I was like, I love you too, brother. And I hang up, and I just went, ah!
I feel like that's how like half of the conversations go.
I was kind of hard.
God damn, I haven't slept good.
I looked down and I was like, oh, well then. That's a happiness boner. Who would have known? You ever been so happy for your friend you get a chub going?
Blood flow.
My heart would beat so much because I got excited. It was just like, let's push someone to his dick. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. So,
the return of the Y boner.
Because it comes out and it looks like that. It looks like a Y.
Yeah, for guys, you know, it's like when you wake up first thing in the morning and you're like, what? Why? Like, what? What? There's nothing. I didn't even have a dream. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite Y boner is? If you came here expecting proposal advice or something, I'm sorry. That's not what's happening. Hey. My favorite Y boner, and I think I've talked to you about this before, is, dude, there's a specific time where, like, it only happens on when I'm training legs at the gym. You told me. I just start getting hard for no reason
you told
whatsoever.
Me about that.
That I'm sitting there, I'm doing leg extension, I'm like, and then I'm like, like, bro, I swear to God. So if I like would see someone walking past me, I would just grab my gallon and I would just be like, and like hold it like slightly in front of me. Like, this is not weird at all that I hold my gallon here.
And that's why I only work out with him on upper body days.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not a threat. It's a Y boner.
Yeah.
I don't poke you with it or anything. I've just made jokes.
I'll smack you.
I've never tried. Oh my god, speaking of trying gay shit. So when I was working at the hookah lounges, I met this guy. It was like my first or second week. I met this guy named Marcus. He might watch this video. Marcus, I love you to death. And Marcus is gay as can be. And I'm waiting on his table with his friends. They were all like regulars that I was friends with too. And I'm wearing like tight black. This is like when I first started bodybuilding. I'm wearing tight black jeans, a black shirt, because that was our uniform. And I like turn around to leave the table, and I just hear "dead ass dough," and I feel someone smack my ass, and I'm like, and I look back and I see it was him, and I was like, oh,
Okay.
I'm not entirely comfortable with this. Is this what girls feel like? This isn't cool. And immediately after that, we became friends. But Marcus was fucking savage, where he would just sit there and he was like, Travis, I'm going to tell you this. I was like, okay, Marcus, what's up? And he goes, one night, you're going to be drunk enough. And I was like, Marcus, the amount of alcohol it would take would kill me. And that would be necrophilia, my friend. You're not going to get what you want. I'm sorry. Yep. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
I'll keep you on speed dial.
So I've never made like a legitimate threat.
No, not at all. Again, that's why I don't work out with him when it's leg day. As soon as he told me that, and he was just like, hey, what are we working out today? Legs. I'm like, you know what? I'm not really feeling it today. I'm feeling a little sick.
I was friends with this guy in journalism that he was discussing like his best friend. He's like, yeah, you know, we'll just like play video games and then he'll just like flop his dick on my shoulder. And I was like, that's an interesting friendship. I was like, I've never...
I don't think we'd be friends.
I'm good, yeah.
Like, I'm just like, that's just disrespectful.
I've never been to pull my dick out to my friend. Now, so that being said, the one concern I have for this podcast, like, is that I might get Me Too'd eventually. Not in, like, a rapey way. More like a...
We'll be back from these short messages. What the hell are you talking about?
No, so, okay, so, like, this is what I did. Like, it's not bad. It's just, you know, I was in college and shit was stupid. So
we're 2 episodes in and we're getting fucking canceled.
I just want to say, folks, this is not going where you think it's going. In that, you know, I would get invited to parties and I was hanging around this frat. I never joined because, but I was hanging around these people and we would play beer pong. And apparently, whenever I had been drinking a little bit, I have a tendency that I like to try to distract people during beer pong. So now it's just like I do funny faces and shit and like move my head back and forth over the cups. Back then I used to pull my balls out and just like dangle them like right behind the cups. I'm like, which balls are gonna go in the cups? You tell me. Your balls, my balls. So there's some concern that someone might have taken that the wrong way offensively.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It was good. It was good talking to you guys. There won't be a part 3.
This podcast was good while it lasted.
There will not be a part 3.
Taboo Talk brought to you by Testicle Beer Pong. Testicle Beer Pong. When you just can't find an open Walgreens around.
Well. Anyways, so, you know, I'm happy for you, man. I'm excited that we're going to do this and I get to be a part of it, and this is the next step, bro.
It's a huge step.
Yeah.
Like, people... Because, like, it's not disencouraging, like, knowing that, 51% of marriages end up in...
Yeah, but those people are assholes.
The thing is, I'm not a fucking quitter. So, whether it's an argument or whatever, like, I don't just leave it in the back burner, just... Mm-hmm. I'm going to take care of it. Like, we're going to take care of it. Whatever we do, we're going to work on it. So, like... I ain't fucking quitting on it.
Jose blows his load and he's like, no, I'm getting you off too. Yeah, you know.
We believe in consent in this household.
I was saying, what the fuck are you talking about?
After that
don't start implying
after the
shit.
ball thing, I ain't taking a chance. I am not taking a chance.
I'm saying you in your relationship. Oh, sorry.
Consent.
Yes, consent. I have rules, motherfucker. I may pull my balls out of parties, but I have rules. I'm a good person.
So yeah, man. Like, I mean, like, I know that this is gonna be good for us. It's something. Yeah. She's the one I want to grow old on you know, smoking a cigar in the front porch, watching the children walk around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I'm excited. Like I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to
she's gonna be
for the
sick
next
of me
step.
in 20 years.
I'm sure she probably will. I'm pretty sure she, you know. So, nah, she loves you, dude. She fucking.
I know. I'm just fucking around.
But yeah, man, it's a huge step. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like my parents are excited. Her parents are excited. Her whole family. Like I think whenever her sister-in-law texted me and was like, "Hey," like me and Jared, her brother, have like a really good relationship.
Yeah.
Like, we talk. We're almost the same person, which is kind of weird.
A white version of you?
Basically.
I don't have any white male friends.
And
this is perfect.
That's all I have.
My rainbow will be complete.
Yeah, I got my Mexican card taken away. I hang out with too many white people, apparently. Yeah.
I hang out with the gay girls.
So, like, when I told him, I texted Jared, and I was like, hey, man, like, it's happening. And his wife called me and was like, he was giggling. Like, reading out that text message.
That's so cute.
And like, yeah, like, so I'm excited, man. Like, her kid, like, her brother's kids, her nephews, basically, literally, love me. Like, we go play, whatever. And I've started to call them like my nephews. I think I texted you the other day and said, I'm at my nephew's like baseball
what the
game.
fuck nephew you talking about, bro?
And yeah, man, like, and that's something that he did. Like, I think he posted something on Facebook about there was this whole thing going on about the whole Trump and Biden, blah blah blah. And he posted something about DACA and was like, hey, you know, like, you're my brother, you're gonna be the future husband of my sister, and you're my kid's uncle. And I was like,
yeah, I'm their uncle.
And
I feel so much love.
Yeah, man, like, her whole family loves me. Her grandparents love me. Like, it's one thing that you meet a girl that loves you, and then when her whole family is behind, like, it gets to a point where if she goes to family functions without me, whether I'm at work or whatever,
they're like, where the fuck's Jose?
That's exactly what happened, dude. And she'll text me. She's like, "Yo,
they like you more."
Before they even said anything, it's like, "Where's Jose?" And they start looking behind me and shit. And that's a good feeling, man. Like, cause like you got the whole family behind you. Like, they love you. They like being around you. Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, 100%. Well, it's just that full acceptance of like the entirety of another family, and like realizing as we age, like, oh yeah, I'll like have another full-on family. Yeah. And, you know, what I love about this is that I've known you for 12 years now. Jesus Christ. 12 years. Wow. And I've seen you at like multiple points in multiple stages of your life. I saw you with the lizard woman.
You've been around with lizard.
That you would just walk up to her, and every time I saw her, I was like...
That's basically... all my friends did that.
I kept holy water in my pocket, just the power of Christ compels you! And just throw it at that fucking exorcist bitch. And then I saw you single forever. And, you know, it's... when you introduced me to Ashley, and that was like... I think that... because you would obviously, like, talk to the girls and stuff in, like, that time period.
But the thing was, like, I never even brought them around. Yeah. Like, I never brought them around my friends, around my family. Like,
and when I saw how big it was that you asked me to meet her, and I was like... oh shit. And then I met her, and like that first day I was like, yeah, this is the one. Like, I was thinking that for you. I was like, this is the one for Jose.
Since you're saying that, the reason behind November 17th being special is because when I had lost my job with Wingstop, TJ had gotten me an interview at the Shady Valley Country Club. Actually bleep that out. I ain't gonna shout them out. They were fucking hoes. Anyways, I worked at this place, okay? And that was the day I went for my interview. And she was the first person I met there because she worked front desk and she was the member relations coordinator. And her desk was right as you walk in to the left. So I walked in and I said, hey, I'm meeting blank for an interview. And she walked me over and, like, I was struck. I was struck. I'm talking about, like, I was a wide receiver and she was Sean Taylor. Like, she fucking hit me, bro. She smacked me.
I love that I understood that reference.
That day I was like, oh, I'm going to work my ass off.
Yeah. Took, 2 years?
It was in a year and a half. She left me hanging for a year and a half. But I stay persistent. I told you I ain't no quitter. Mama ain't raised no bitch. And, finally came around. I like left little like offerings, and she finally fell for my trap.
Planted the seed and just like, she fell for my trap.
And it was so funny because like
a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Exactly. So I used to hit her with these pickup lines all the time. Right?
Okay. Hit me one. Give it to me.
Any of it?
Yeah, any of them.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think I said, "Are you a transformer? Because you're mega fine."
Ooh, give me another.
I said, "You're the second most beautiful thing I've ever seen."
What was first?
Our future daughter.
Oh shit! Give me one more. Just give me a third. Give me a third.
What was another one? Let's see. Oh man, I can't remember. I used to have a list. Well, that's what I was getting to. So I was a bartender, and I had the order pads, right? And every time I came up with something, I would write it down. I had like 5 or 6 pages. And if you've ever seen a notepad, it's just like a small phone, but there's like a bunch of lines, right? I would write them front page and back, and then I had like 4 or 5. And I would go over there, deliver them, and then slash them out whenever she would like, oh, that was corny, not laugh, whatever. But I can't, man, there was one that like I had said to her, I can't remember what it was. And like I had her dying, and I was like, oh, this is it.
I'm in.
It didn't work. It did not work. I don't know what it was. And honestly, I think it wouldn't have worked because we're in 2 different places mentally and physically. Because that's whenever I was about to go through like my whole physical transformation. Yeah. Before I lost all the weight, and I wasn't happy. Like I was putting up a front, I was drinking a lot. I was eating super bad, and I was in a bad place mentally and physically. So that too does not add very well. So once I dropped all the weight, I started seeing that she started kind of changing as well, and she got back to working out and stuff. And dude, I've been feeling so bad because I've been yawning this whole time.
You good, bro?
Dog, I've been dying. And like we were in 2 separate places, and finally those roads started to kind of come together. And it couldn't have happened in a better place because when I went, so I've been in love with her since the first day we met. November 17th, that was it. That's where I was getting to. But when I knew this shit was real, I was giving a speech at my brother's funeral. Yeah. And I remember. And in speech class in high school, they would tell you like if you're speaking in a large group to focus on like a spot on the back of the room, right? Like just a piece of wall.
Don't look at anybody's eyes. Look in the back of the room. Yeah.
Well, I was looking in the back of the room, and I would just pick 3 spots in the back of the room where I can just go and to make it look like I'm looking at people. Yeah. For whatever reason, I broke that, and I looked down, and the first person I saw was her. She left work to be there. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is it. Like, it's a wrap. And sure enough, like, we started talking. And then a week later, I was like, okay, cool. Like, she's still texting me. Because before, she would ghost me, man. Like, there would be times where, like, I would talk to her. And I wouldn't talk to her for another month. Like, unless it was at work. But if we were, like, outside of work, she wouldn't reply. Whatever. Hard feelings. Under the rug. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I just throw that shit on her face, bro. That shit's funny. It's running out of fuel though. I gotta stop. Yeah. But anyways, that's really when the ball started rolling, and honestly, it came in such a perfect time because like I was not where I wanted to be mentally. Yeah. I could not be alone. Like it's literally the hardest part. It's been the hardest time of my life. Yeah. Was that batch? Oh yeah. And going through like the first. Because my birthday was a week later. Yeah. So it was, my first birthday without him. And
dude,
then it was...
yeah, that same month, my same shit was broke up with... Should have stayed broken up. Broke up with the She-Devil. My grandfather died 3 days later. Miguel died. And then, it was just... Yeah,
and then it was horrible because then we had Thanksgiving. We always have Thanksgiving here. Yeah. We had it without him. And then... I was feeling back, but because his girlfriend was in the Philippines and she was alone, so like,
holy shit,
it was hard. Yeah, man. So it was hard for her, and I felt a lot of pain for that. And then Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, my mom's birthday,
all back to back,
back to back, and then my mom's birthday, and then his birthday. And then back to like first year anniversary. Yeah. But then Corona hit, and then it was a hard like year of that. So it came in perfect, man. Like I've always been able to keep things together and like kind of bottle things up and kind of just slowly.
Yeah, but we know that's not good.
No, it's definitely not good. But I will slowly like start working on things and kind of just like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I didn't have to. I didn't have to do that anymore.
Okay, so hold on, because we glossed over one part. So you saw her at the funeral. When did y'all officially like start talking? It was right after that, right?
It was right after that because eventually it was. I'm talking about like days.
Because that was the biggest thing is like she was just super there for you, and that's what like definitely.
Yeah, because I mean
that would probably made you just fall head over heels.
Just seeing her there.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's whenever I was like, oh my god, like I love this girl.
Yeah.
And I felt like that the first day I saw her.
Yeah.
Because she has beautiful eyes.
She does.
And like I lose myself in the eyes all the time. I'm fucking cheesy. And when I saw her that day, I was like, okay, she took the time to get out. Mm-hmm. Like the work sent like food to my house to make sure that like we were taken care of because like obviously people don't eat. Yeah. So Shady, like I'll give them a shout out, like for real, like Shady Valley, they sent that like the chef at the time sent out a bunch of food and desserts and stuff like that to make sure that we're taken care of. Another country club I worked for paid for the funeral. Like they legit like sent Walnut Creek Country Club, man. Like they came through, like they literally was like they called me, was like, how much is it? And I was like, no, like we're gonna find. He's like, no, how much is it? And I told her, and
I didn't know that.
An hour later, they sent somebody to my house with a check.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it was fantastic, and like and like I don't think I ever went public with it, but like complete shout out to everybody that donated to the GoFundMe. That really helped my family out on that like through that time because a lot of us like we couldn't go to work. Especially when you work in the service industry,
no, that's
it's
impossible.
hard to go back in and keep a poker face. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. So, thank you to everybody that donated to that. Thank you to Walnut Creek Country Club and Shady Valley Country Club for that. From the bottom of my heart, like thank you. But like the fact that she didn't have to be there, like she met my brother once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and like. Honestly, like that's all you need because like the way that he was and the person that he was, I mean, he said such of an impact as an impression on anybody and in like in the span of 10 minutes if you met him for that time. That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
But I saw her there and I was like, oh my god, like this pressure fell. And then I stopped looking at the points and I actually started looking at people and started seeing like who was all there.
Yeah.
And like your parents were there and like I mean there was it honestly the whole day was a fucking dream. Like it feels like it was a dream. Like there were so many people there. There was people standing because all the seats were taken.
Yeah.
Like through the sides and the back of the church and stuff. But I think like that night she had texted me and was like, hey, you doing okay? Do you need anything? And then it just started like that. It was just like nights, hey, you doing okay? Like, do you need anything? And I think for like 2 weeks there was not a single moment that like I was alone. Mm-hmm. Like people were either over my house, you guys came over, TJ Richard, like they were here all the time. And don't get me wrong, I like my alone time, but in times like that, it's so weird that like you want people around. You know what I mean? Like I think the only time I was alone was like when I took a shower. Other than that, like there was people in my house 24/7. First thing in the morning, somebody was over with like Dunkin' Donuts and coffee. Like the Chick-fil-A down the street donated food. Like honestly, I don't even know where those connections came from, but like shout out to Chick-fil-A down the street.
Yeah, seriously.
They came over with like a bunch of sandwiches and coffee from my family and stuff. So I mean, the community came together like for real. Like when it takes a village, it literally took a village. Like it was in complete shout out to that. But that's how it started. It's just like reaching out, and then we were just talking, and then just continue to talk. And then she went on vacation for a week. And that whole week we just spent talking to each other on the phone, texting. And when she came back, we were inseparable. Like she was always over. She would spend the night. She spent the night for the first time the night she came back from Florida. I think they were at like Universal or Disneyland or whatever. And then after that, it's just been like nonstop.
Yeah.
And then August 21st is when we went to the Ranger game and I asked her out. And then after that, like officially, we've been dating. But at the same time, going through all that, and like we had our first Christmas and our first Thanksgiving and stuff, Corona hit. Like going into 2020, you know what I mean? So like a lot of the times that she would spend like over, like I gave her a key before she even moved in. Like I think we were dating for like a month, and I gave her a key.
Shit.
And I was like, hey, whenever you want to come over, whenever you're leaving, whatever, lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I ever like officially asked her to move in, but like we talked about moving in, and then Corona hit, and she was already here. And they were going through the whole like, you need to quarantine, you need to stay in one spot. So
I remember that. Yeah.
I think we ended up just like, hey, for the safety of your family and like mine, we're just gonna have to like live here. And she moved in. Like her stuff was over in like a couple days.
Yeah.
And then it's just been like awesome, dude. Like it's so weird. Like I went from like sleeping alone, or not really like sleeping alone. I mean, like whatever. You know, like I'm not gonna get into it because you know Ashley's gonna watch this, but. Being alone for so long and like not expecting
It was me. Yes, it was.
well, like going from like sleeping, you know, like on the whole bed to like now having designated sides. Like,
I know I burn really hot. It's annoying.
and it's.
I'm sorry. Okay, that was the last one.
We gotta have.
I promise. Keep going.
And it was such a culture shock for me.
Yeah.
Because like she said I had a bedroom of a 12-year-old because my bed was against the wall.
Bro, I had a girl tell me that the like last month that I wasn't even someone I was sleeping with. She just like came over and she was like, "Your bed looks like a kid's bed." I was like, "My porn bed?" I was like, "You think that looks like a kid's bed?" I was like, "That's the most porn
like,
shit ever."
I got a king side bed, and she's like, "It looks like a 12-year-old." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like it takes?"
It's because we're guys.
Well, the thing was, is like.
Mute.
Well, it's like it's against the wall, like you would assume for like a child. I don't know, whatever. So,
oh, you're talking like in a corner?
Yeah, like my bed was like in the
get
corner.
Mine's
So
the
like
middle of the room.
eventually, like eventually once she moved in and like we rearranged and stuff, it's in the middle of the room, and now she has her side where she has like her shelf and her stuff, and then I have my shelf or whatever, and it's very different because on her shelf she's got books and like beauty products and you know pictures of family and like cute little memorabilia of when she was a kid. Mine's full of like comic books and a vinyl record and then records and then a Power Ranger helmet, a replica Power Ranger helmet, and then a Power Ranger piñata for my birthday and like a replica WWE belt. Like it legit looks
And they're
like
"Oh yeah,
a child thing.
That'd be a 12-year-old's room."
But the thing was, like, when I got a job, I made a thing where, like, I was going to buy what I couldn't as a kid.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And, like, now I keep that as, like, you weren't able to do this when you were a kid, and your parents weren't able to do it just because of different things that were going on at the time. But, like, I can now. Like, I'm in a different place financially and, like, mentally. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'm looking at my childhood right here. So, I got memorabilia. I got, like, baseballs, like, signed by professional baseball players and blah blah blah, and it's all there. My Funko Pops and all my hats and whatever. But like this is the change that I needed.
Yeah.
And like I don't mind because before it was just like, hey man, like let's do something. Like nah, bro, I ain't feeling it. Now it's like we're literally like a team.
Yeah.
Anything that we do, and it's such a cool feeling to like be able to like lean on somebody like that all the time. Because like even when I was going through stuff, like I would never call people and be like, hey man, like I need you to come over. You know what I mean?
Need to, but
I was always the guy that they were reaching out to me like, hey man, like let's do something.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Know what I mean? Like I was never the person to reach out. So having to like have someone like that, like yeah, she's my best friend. Mm-hmm. Like obviously I have my boys. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
It's only for the podcast.
Okay.
So she's my best friend. She's my number one on MySpace. And we did that shit at the same time. But no, seriously, like I mean, there's yeah, it's just like it's an awesome experience, and like thinking about to do that for like the rest of my life is just such a cool fucking feeling.
Yeah.
And then waiting, you know, like eventually have like our forever home and have little
Bro, stop.
little Jose's running around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jose Travis Guerrero. I would say Travesio, but that's nasty.
So yeah, man, like I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully Travis won't be shaking too much from crying, that he'll be able to record
I'm gonna try
that.
to hold it together. We're just gonna have video and it's gonna be like,
if not, I'm gonna put
I
my
choose you forever. You're... I'm gonna keep it steady though.
put it on a gimbal or something, like a stabilizer. But yeah, man, like it's I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure like this episode's gonna drop,
and then we'll talk about the actual day of the next episode after that.
Yeah, so
the episode we filmed that
we'll
week.
probably do like a little wrap up and talk about how everything went and drop some of those clips.
Maybe we'll pull Ashley in for it since she doesn't know this is happening right now.
That's true. She knows this is happening, but I think
Well, she knows this podcast. She doesn't know what the topic is.
She doesn't know what the topic
that is happening.
So I told her last week when we shot the first. Excuse me. Damn, that was a bitch ass.
That's a horrible slap, bro. I got you next time. Just let me know when.
Make me pass.
Let me know when.
You like slap the fucking mic into my face. Oh, dude, I felt that on my nose. Oh shit. I think we were talking about like relationships, like I think I like bullshitted it, and I was like, yeah, we talked about how long and single I was, and like your relationships and blah blah. And now I got to come up with something to tell her about today. I'll probably do like a part 2 or something.
Herpes.
We talked for an hour and 10 minutes about herpes
that neither of us have.
Dog, I can't believe we just did that at the same time. Holy shit. I can't believe that shit. That was funny.
Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Go follow us on social media, all this stuff.
Make sure you get your paintings.
Come and get your paintings from Jose. You can find that on his social media. Order from there. He will ship it to you.
And it'll be on the description below.
And you can order custom shit as well.
Yes. Like some of this stuff. Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Super
gold
badass.
Piece. He got a 3-piece actually. He already has one. There's 2. I got a bunch of cowboy stuff, team stuff, personal, company name, whatever you want. It's all going to be on the link in the bottom.
And for the low price of $5,000, if you're on the DACA program, I will keep you in this country.
Well, you don't have to worry about that because my Theo Biden.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Really cool. But yeah, so we appreciate y'all for watching and everything. And so see you guys on the next one. Why did I just do a howl? I didn't mean to do that. Bye.